Okay, guys, I'm finally back. Sorry about again the long delay. I've been working a lot, taking care of kids and everything else. I'm going to go ahead and make this video. It seems to be the #1 question I've been getting asked. And kind of surprising because the two bikes we're talking about today, the Trek Fx1, we're going to go with the lower range models, the Fx1 disc versus the Dual Sport one. I'm picking these two. This is a 2019 for $549. This is an FX1 disc for also $549. That's a 2020. Also, on just a side note, you guys know I have the 2019. They did change the frame. So when you go to Trek, if you're looking at the FX, look at the frame. The frame it's actually completely different than the old one. But from what I can tell, all the components are still the same. So anyway, with that being said, let's look at the FX1 disc. All right, you can read this right here. Of course, you know I don't need to read that for you. Again, it is the entry-level model. It's going to come with a Shimano tourney right here. Altus trigger shifters up here, Shimano Altus with just a basic, just a basic cassette in the back. It's an outstanding bike for a beginner. If you're a beginner, it's going to be fine for you. And when we say beginner, I would say just somebody that's looking for basic commuting, mostly on the road. That's what I do. I also use it for fitness. One of the besides the frame, of course, we'll look at the Dual Sport in a minute, but besides the frame, the biggest difference is going to be these tires. Okay, these are 35C road tires. That's going to be completely different than what you would get on the Dual Sport. So it's really, what's the big difference between the two bikes? It's really depending on what you want to do. This is going to be more for the road rider, fitness, really more for riding on the road. And of course, I know somebody's going to ask, well, can you go on light trails with it? I have done that. If the dirt, let's say you live out in the Midwest and it hasn't rained in a while and the dirt is packed real hard, that's fine. It will do stuff like that. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and it rains all the time, and we don't really have dirt here. It's kind of more like sand than dirt, and on a trail, it does not perform well at all. And again, these are road tires. They're very slick, so there's no knobs or beads on them whatsoever. And with that being said, the bike performs very squirrely in loose dirt. Now, I know people are from all over, so I've got some people from the UK, and if you have hard dirt out there, then you should be fine. You just want hard surfaces. Again, really, they call it a fitness bike. This is really a flat bar road bike. It's designed for the road. If you're going to spend more time on the road, and I mean 90% of your time on the road and maybe 10% of your time out on the trail, or a hard packed trail, once again, then this is what you're going to want to go with. Out of the two bikes, if you were on the road, this one's definitely going to be faster. The geometry is a little different, and of course, I mean, it's the road tires that are going to really help you get through the get some speed rather. So again, disc brakes, again, all the components really the same as the 19. Just if you're looking at look at the two frames. Maybe if you like it, try the 2020. It just came out. It is brand new, and I think the frame looks pretty slick. I got no problems with that. So now, the Dual Sport. Which one should you get? Once again, well, let's look at the Dual Sport here. Here is a 2019 Dual Sport 1. I chose this one in silver. Gets good reviews. All the Trek bikes generally get good reviews. Certainly they do on their website. But totally different geometry here, guys. And again, totally different tire setup. Also look at your fork. You're definitely going to get some travel right here where, you know, you have a typical standard road fork right here. Now that's going to make a big difference if you're out riding the trails. You're going to get a little travel right there, which is going to make things a little bit softer for you. Obviously, I mean, when we talk about geometry, it's it's apples and oranges. This is a totally different deal. These are 40C tires right here. This is for the people that are going to do, I said 90-10, 90 road, 10 trails. This is 50-50 right here, and that's what this bike is really designed to do. Again, kind of more mountain bike look overall. Yeah, mountain bike forks, disc brakes right here. The components is, ironically, the components are actually about the same. I think you got the Alta shifters up here. You know, you got like a basic Shimano tourney derailleur up front, and I think they put the Altus again on the back. It's about all the same components as you would get on the FX, but definitely different for different body style. And the 40C tires, now those have light beads on them, so it's going to be quite it's only, you know, a 5C difference, but if you look at it in real life, if you go to the store, I mean, believe it or not, they look quite a bit wider. So which of these two would I buy? Well, you know what I bought last time. For me, I'm going to ride, you know, 90-10. I'm going to go on the FX. The FX is going to be faster on the road without a doubt, and I'm more of a road guy. I like riding on the road, and I ride on sidewalks a lot too. But then a lot of you, even if you're commuting, sometimes people commute through the woods, or there's a long half-mile trail. And if you're going to do something like that, and that's a fun commute for you, then you know, you're going to want to go with the dual sport. Again, much more mountain bikey. I wouldn't replace this, you know, over a mountain bike if you're really looking for mountain bike. If you're looking for mountain bike, you might, in the entry-level range, you might look at like one of the Trek Marlins, a Marlin 5 or something. My buddy just bought a Marlin 7, and he absolutely loves it. Much bigger tires, more travel in the fork, obviously, a whole different deal. But, I mean, that's really what you're looking at here. So, with that being said, hit me up in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you like what we're talking about. Please ask any more questions. I love the comments. I try to respond to everybody, but I'm certainly getting more and more at this point. But let me know. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.